See? That was nothing. But that's how it always begins. Very small.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard the Pork Chop Express. Today we're tackling John Carpenter's 1986 cult classic, Big Trouble in Little China. A movie where Kurt Russell struts around like he's the hero, but spoiler alert, he's actually the comic relief.
First time you ever plugged somebody? Of course not.
Think kung fu battles, ancient sorcerers, neon-lit Chinatown, and a truck driver who spends half the movie knocked out cold. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. Directed by John Carpenter, starring Kurt Russell, Kim Cattrall, Dennis Dunn, and James Hong. Released in 1986, budgeted around $25 million but only made $11.1 million at the box office. Originally conceived as a western set in 1880s but rewritten into a modern day fantasy. Carpenter wanted to flip the usual Hollywood formula. The white lead isn't the savior, he's the bumbling sidekick. Fun fact, in Japan the movie was retitled Ghost Hunters. Yeah, those Japanese really know how to hold a grudge. Now here's the gist of the plot. Jack Burton, a swaggering truck driver, helps his buddy Wang Chi rescue his fiancée who's been kidnapped because he has green eyes. Yeah, I know, it sounds a bit ridiculous. Apparently, green eyes are the hottest mystical accessory in Chinatown.
Chinese girls do not come with green eyes.
Enter Lo Pan, a 2,000-year-old sorcerer cursed to live as a decrepit old man until he marries a green-eyed woman.
And all I need is a woman with dragon green eyes to make me whole again, young again.
Yeah, so you could say he wanted to put his big trouble in her little vagina.
We also meet Gracie Law, played by Kim Cattrall, a sharp-tongued lawyer who gets pulled into the chaos. She's smart, skeptical, and constantly rolling her eyes at Jack's macho nonsense. And then there's Egg Shan, the wise old sorcerer who drives a tour bus by day and then fights evil by night. He's basically the Gandalf of Chinatown, complete with magical gadgets and a knack for exposition. Cue martial arts battles, the three storms, and a monster that looks like a rejected Ghostbusters prop. And Jack, he spends most of the film shooting ceilings, getting knocked out, or just plain confused.
I don't get this at all. I thought Lo Pan...
Shut up, Mr. Burton.
Honestly, he's like Han Solo with a concussion. Kurt Russell almost turned down the role. He'd had a string of flops and feared another. Carpenter convinced him by saying, "Look, I don't care if it flops, I just want to make it with you." James Hong, Lo Pan, improvised most of his dialogue, giving the villain his quirky menace. I find this quite interesting because honestly, Lo Pan has the best lines in this movie. Me and my buddies at school would just sit around quoting his lines all day long.
Indeed!
Carter Wong, Thunder, was actually a martial arts instructor for the Hong Kong police. The studio didn't know how to market it. Was it a comedy, an action, a fantasy? The result confused audiences. With this movie, Carpenter fulfilled his dream of making a martial arts film. The soundtrack, co-composed with Alan Horwath, leaned heavily on synth rock, giving it that 80s neon vibe. Fun fact, the film's poster was painted by Drew Struzan, the legendary artist behind film posters for Star Wars and Indiana Jones. And yes, the character of Lightning directly inspired Raiden in Mortal Kombat. Basically, this movie was too weird to succeed in 1986, but today Netflix would have it spun into 3 seasons, a prequel, and a Funko Pop line. This film works because it subverts the hero trope. It blends kung fu cinema, pulp fantasy, and a screwball comedy into one chaotic package. It influenced later works like Mortal Kombat and countless comic adaptations. Today it's celebrated for its campy charm, quotable lines, and fearless genre mashup. It's like Carpenter threw every idea into wok, stirred it up and just said, let's see if the audience can digest this shit. Spoiler, they couldn't, but fans sure did. Let's wrap it up with Jack Burton's iconic line.
You know what old Jack Burton always says at a time like this?
Well, usually something pretty dumb, but that's why we love him. Big Trouble in Little China may not have conquered the box office, but it conquered our hearts. So next time you're craving sorcerers, kung fu, and Kurt Russell in a tank top, take a right down that alleyway and enjoy this ride. If you like this video, like, subscribe, and share. And if you didn't, then shut up, Mr. Burton.